Good afternoon, Namibia, and welcome to the Government Information Center, coming to you live and direct here in the capital, Windhoek. I'm Shaki Kanjimi, and we bring you a special edition of the latest cabinet decisions that will be delivered by the Honorable Deputy Minister of Information and Communication Technology. I'll now welcome Deputy Minister, to give us the latest cabinet decisions. It's over to you, Honorable Minister. Deputy Minister, rather.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, the rest of the Republic of Namibia. I'm Modestus Amutse, and I'm here to communicate to you cabinet decisions from the 16th cabinet session that was held on the 17th of this month. And I will start with decision number 1. Decision number 1 is to do with the gradual removal of the restrictions of the veterinary cordon fence. Good news indeed. Number 1. Cabinet directed the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform to undertake the following interventions as part of the gradual removal of the restrictions of the veterinary cordon fence. A, to carry out a feasibility study over a period of 2 years, and that is to start this year, 2024, to 2025 financial year, and then to continue for 2025-2026 financial year. Those are 2 years. The estimated budget of the feasibility study will be determined and submitted to Treasury for appropriation during the midterm budget review. B, for the ministry to create a disease-free zone, that is to do with the construction of a veterinary fence and new veterinary gates, to recruit additional staff members, and to construct staff accommodation to commence as from the year 2027 to 2032, that is for a period of 5 years. And C, for the ministry to secure funding for the proposed interventions for the creation of a disease-free zone in the identified areas. And the areas include the Mangeti area, that is Karikubis in Kavango East region, Tsungkwe constituency in Ochodonjupa region, Mangeti East farms in Kavango West region, Mangeti West and Onalusheshete farms in Oshikoto region, Ombuga area in Oshana region, Omtambo Mawe area in Omsati region, and Sesfontein area in Kunene region. Decision number 2, that is addition to communal land of Ovitoto, Ochimbingwe, and Aminius in terms of Communal Land Reform Act of 2002, that's Act number 5 of 2002 as amended. Cabinet approved the expansion of communal areas of Ovitoto, Aminius and Ochimbingwe in terms of the Communal Land Reform Act, Act number 2 of 2002, subject to a proclamation published in the Government Gazette and in both print and electronic media. Decision number 3, that is the revised agreement on the permanent Kubango-Okavango River Basin Water Commission, OKACOM is known, and in that fashion, number 1 is that Cabinet took note that the Okavango River Basin Water Commission will hold its 8th OKACOM Forum of Ministers meeting from the 26 to 27 September 2024 in Lubango, Angola. 2, under that decision, Cabinet also approved that the Namibian ambassador to Angola sign the revised OCACOM agreement, and that will happen on 27 September 2024 on behalf of the Government of the Republic of Namibia. And the 3, under that decision, is that Cabinet further directed the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation to authorize and give the power of attorney to the Namibian ambassador to Angola to sign the 1994 OCACOM revised agreement. Decision number 3. Report on the ministerial meeting for the 9th Tokyo International Conference on African Development. Number 1, under that decision, Cabinet directed the Ministry of International Relations, Cooperation, as well as the Ministries of Industrialization and Trade, Finance and Public Enterprises, the National Planning Commission, and the Namibia Investment Promotion and Development Board to spearhead national consultations with economic ministries and their respective own enterprises to identify priority sectors, goods, products, and services for collaboration with Japan in the context of the Made with Japan concept. 2, under that decision, Cabinet further directed all offices, ministries, and agencies to identify areas of need for technical assistance and capacity building in line with Namibia's development plans, and to submit the same to the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation for further engagement with relevant Japanese authorities. 3, under that decision, Cabinet directed the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation to spearhead the development of a roadmap of Namibia's engagement with relevant partners on the outcomes of the Summit of the Future in line with Namibia's development priorities. 4, under that decision, Cabinet directed the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation to coordinate Namibia's preparations for the Tokyo International Conference on African Development, which is to be held in Yokohama, Japan in August 2025 in order to ensure maximum benefit. Number 5, under that decision, Cabinet directed the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation to work with the Office of the Prime Minister in anticipation of the pledged donation of $500,000 towards Namibia's drought relief efforts. Number 6, under that decision, is that Cabinet directed the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Land Reform and Industrialization and Trade to spearhead the development of a framework and modalities for the production of food in Namibia for foreign market. And number 7, under that decision, is that Cabinet directed the Ministry of International Relations and Cooperation to spearhead the national consultations with relevant offices, ministries, and agencies in anticipation of the proposed Joint Commission of Cooperation with the Government of Egypt as per the side meeting with the Egyptian delegation during the 9th Tokyo International Conference on Africa Development. Decision number 4 is the annual report and financial statements of the Central Procurement Board of Namibia for the financial year 2021-2022. That Cabinet took note of the 2021-2022 annual report and financial statements of the Central Procurement Board of Namibia and authorized the Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises to table the said report in the National Assembly. Decision number 5 is the annual report and financial statements of the Namibia Revenue Agency, NAMRA, for the financial year 2022-2023. That Cabinet took note of the 2022-2023 annual report and financial statements and authorized the Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises to table the annual report in the National Assembly. And last, which is decision number 5, that is the annual report and financial statements of Namibia Wildlife Resources for the financial year 2022-2023. That Cabinet took note of the 2022-2023 annual report and financial statements and authorized the Minister of Finance and Public Enterprises to table the annual report in the National Assembly. This is the end of the communication of Cabinet decision, and I thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was Honorable Modestus Amutse, the Deputy Minister, rather, of Information and Communication Technology, giving us the latest cabinet decisions that were taken at the latest cabinet meeting that was held recently. This brings us to the end of this special broadcast of the cabinet decisions. We'll now cross back over to the MPC Studio 1 as they bring you the latest news. For those ones following us on our social media platforms, thank you so much for following us. From the team, myself, Shoki and Jimmy, and the entire crew here, it's a good afternoon, Namibia, and goodbye.
Yeah, we're done. We're good.
Already we're done. Well, I was trying to fix it while we were live, but I didn't manage. No, we want to check the recorded one and see if there's sound, and then I think we can just take it to NBC and upload that one.